How I survived running 26.2 miles in Cuba.
Well, I bet you wondering how I got here. How I survived the Cuba marathon, running 26.2 miles through Cuba. Well, let's take it back.
Out here, beautiful Cuba. I'm about to run 26.2 miles on Sunday. Ran South Africa in June. I ran 15 12 days ago. Now I'm out here in Cuba. We out here in Cuba today is Friday. On Sunday we running 26.2 miles through this beautiful hour right here. In South Africa in June. In New York City 12 days ago. Now I'm out here in Cuba. Out here in Havana, she got her bags to donate to give away to all the children.
That's my kind-hearted wife. While I'm out here under pressure to run 26.2 miles, she decided to bring school bags and school supplies to Cuba for the kids. So while I got a couple of days into this marathon, and trust me, I am a little nervous. I just ran New York City a couple of days prior. I got plantar fasciitis on my foot. A minor foot injury. That's becoming worse. I didn't think I was going to run Cuba. But I figured, how can you turn down an opportunity of a lifetime? So even though I'm hurt, I still decided to come on and fly over here. When I visit these different countries to run my marathons, I got two things going for me. One, I'm a marathoner, so when I train, I can run almost 30 miles a day. I can easily run 15 miles before work and 15 miles after. If it's the weekend, I might just go ahead and run a straight 22, 24 in the morning, a little bit after. But the second thing I got going for myself is I'm from East Orange, New Jersey. So I don't really fear too much. So when I get to these different countries, I know how to handle myself. I don't really need no tour guide. I'm okay out here in these streets. The tour guide's only gonna slow me down. I like walking these streets, in and out of alleys, all around the parts they don't want to show us.
Cuba love, baby. What did he call himself? Love, brother love, more love out here in Cuba.
But when you're married, it's not just you got to worry about. You also got to worry about your lady or your significant other. So although I could walk all around these streets,
Cuba.
there's no problem with getting a cab, taking a cab. Horse and buggy, whatever, to transport us around. My first marathon was in New York City. They call it the greatest marathon in the world. But when you start running around the whole entire planet, you start to realize that other marathons are just as exciting. Trust me, the starting line in Cuba is just as exciting as that starting line in Staten Island for the New York City Marathon. After New York City, I feel I cannot top that.
26.2 miles to Cuba. Hopefully I'll make it.
So I decided to go to Jamaica. I ran 26.2 miles at the Reggae Marathon. And it was hot. But I don't think Jamaica was as hot as Cuba.
I'll go down 26.2 miles to Cuba. Hopefully I'll make it.
It's like, what, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm already burning up. So far, I ran 24 marathons around the world. I gotta say, this Cuba marathon had one of the best starting lines ever. Yo, shout out to my wife. She's so happy and supportive. But I know what's up ahead. A lot of pain. A lot of heat. I don't think I'm gonna drink that Cuban water. Like after many marathons that I run around the world, and even in the States, I represent less than 1% of the population, being a black marathoner. But it's all good. Somebody got to represent and put on. The running community is so welcoming anyway. So it doesn't really matter about race or gender. As long as you can run, everybody's cool with each other.
Es más que un deporte, es una verdadera pasión y vamos a disfrutar de esta edición número 31 del Maravana 2017. Estamos solamente a tan solo minutos de que Radio Reloj.
Damn, I'm loving the culture in Cuba.
Por favor, que se presente.
After these past few days being here, I'm starting to fall in love with it. I almost could see me moving my family out the country, out to the United States one day. This is what life is all about. The simple things. Adventures. Creating memories. Spending time with loved ones. And it's about what I'm about to do right now, which is leave my mark, leave my footprints. Run these 26.2 miles and earn my medal. Pass it down to my great grandkids one day. This was definitely one of the craziest starting points ever. A lot of pushing and shoving just to get out the gate. The starting line had me thinking about running with the bulls. And after running this marathon, I think it's something I might be interested in. Yeah, that's something crazy. Running with the bulls, running while some bulls are chasing you. There's also this marathon called the Big Five Marathon.
Solo son posibles por la integración de las instituciones que lo hacen realidad. Radio Reloj reportando, Radio Reloj reportando. En estos momentos acaba de iniciarse en nuestra capital la 31ª edición de la carrera de maratón de Habana, en ocasión del aniversario 498 de la villa de San Cristóbal de La Habana.
Let me explain something. A funny thing happened while running these 26.2 miles. 90% of these runners out here, they didn't run 26.2 miles. It was a split, and they stopped at the half marathon mark, or the 10K mark. So I was one of the few who actually ran 26.2 miles in Cuba. And they tried to force me to drink the water, but I ran the whole way, not drinking nothing. I survived the Cuba marathon, running 26.2 miles. With plantar fasciitis shooting pain through my foot the entire way. I probably shouldn't have ran the marathon, but I can't let this opportunity pass up. And at the end, I was like, fuck these shoes. So I gave them away to one of the locals.
We'll get you a taxi.
I guess my wife's kindness is wearing off on me. She gave away book bags to students, and I gave away my $180 pairs of blankets. I'm blessed. See, good things happen to good people. And I believe you can use those shoes more than I can at this point. Havana, Cuba is so dope. And the Cuban culture is so rich. Everything's not about money, but rich in love. Everybody wants to be a beast, so it's time to do what beasts do. 19 marathons. 19 marathons. Yeah, I did that. But I ran so many more. So subscribe and come back and listen. I got many more stories to tell.